Hey, here's a quick commentary and road test of this 2014 Volkswagen Touareg. This particular model has the TDI diesel engine, which puts it in a relatively small class of vehicles. There are pretty much only two others currently available that are the same size and also have diesel engines. And of course, that's the BMW X5 and the Mercedes ML class. Probably the biggest rival for this vehicle is the Benz ML, because it's almost exactly the same price. I think, this is just my opinion here, I think the problem that Volkswagen has is not with the Touareg per se. I think this is an extremely nice vehicle. I love the diesel engine. The mileage is extremely good. It's as good or better as its two main rivals. It can pull. It has a beautifully finished interior. Just to give you a quick scan of cabin. I've got it right now on this particular display, which even has an altimeter, which is kind of neat. You can see as we're heading up into the woods here, we're almost at 2,400 feet, but I digress. The car starts around 51,000 or so with the TDI engine, and that's about the same as the Benz ML. And in this day and age, people really kind of are hung up on brand image and status, and Volkswagen has had some problems over the past several years because it's been trying to position itself as at least an entry luxury, if not an outright luxury brand. Some of you might remember the Volkswagen Phaeton, which again was a very nice car on the merits. Really couldn't fault it per se. The problem was that not that many people were willing to pay Lexus, BMW, Mercedes money for a Volkswagen. And again, it's not a slight or a criticism of Volkswagen products. I'm a big fan of Volkswagen vehicles. I think Volkswagen would be really well advised, really savvy to consider, rather than competing directly with vehicles like the X5 and the Benz ML, and also the Audi Q5, which incidentally is a little bit smaller, and then there's the Q7, which is a bit bigger. So they really haven't got something that's exactly mid-size. They've got a smaller one, and then they've got a really big one. But again, I digress. I think it would be neat if Volkswagen would go back to its people's vehicle, people's car roots to some extent, and perhaps offer this Touareg with the diesel engine, but with a few less bells and whistles. This has really nice leather seats. They could go with a really nice vinyl. It's nice to have this display screen here with all of these apps and electronic gewgaws, but frankly, all you really need is a decent stereo. That shouldn't cost that much. And I think they could probably put that together and offer it for sale around $45,000 or even less, which would put it about $6,000 less than the Mercedes ML. And in that case, it would be tremendously appealing. It would be a huge value. You'd have a vehicle that was functionally equivalent to those cars, almost as nice in terms of features and amenities, but much more affordable. Particularly with the diesel engine, it's just kind of an upended, upside-down thing in the U.S. market, where diesels are typically positioned as the high-trim, high-end cars. It's exactly the opposite in Europe, where the diesel engine is usually available or put into the least expensive trim or version of any given vehicle because it's the most economical engine. Whereas here, they tend to put the diesel engines, and this isn't just Volkswagen, this is across the spectrum, they tend to put the diesel engines in the premium cars, and not only in the premium cars, but then in the high trim versions of the premium cars. So they wind up costing a whole lot of money, which kind of renders moot the strengths of the diesel, the chief strength being that you're paying significantly less to drive the car or to operate it than you would with a gas engine. At any rate, my review of the Touareg TDI will be up at epautos.com shortly, and encourage you guys to come and read it and tell me if you think I'm full of crap or not, or whatever thoughts you might happen to have. Again, it's epautos.com, and please also send us your videos of terrible drivers, which we refer to as clovers, at EP Autos, and we have a little back page called clovercam.com, and we'd be happy to post your clover videos there, and we will see you soon.